Gets me through my morning every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Warning, the following segment is for mature audiences only and may contain adult content, graphic language and nudity. Not that you'll see it. If easily offended, well, you're about to find out just how easily.
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jody and Hazy's Naughty at 6:40.
Naughty.
Said it before, we'll say it again. You know, sometimes you see a headline, you're like, oh, that just connects with my soul. Here's one for you, Joe.
Go.
I'm a 360-kilo sex worker. I role play as a giant eating people, and I make $5,000 a month.
You
A few layers to that headline, isn't there?
cannot make this stuff up. Renee Starr is a plus-size fetish model from Florida. She earns around, wait for it, $5,000 a month by fulfilling niche online requests, including role-playing as a giant and other fantasies. Fee, fi, fo.
I smell the blood of an Englishman.
Come here, Renee. She specialises in feederism and body-related fetishes, emphasising acceptance and that her work is about fantasy, not just sex. Something you're into?
Look, to be honest with you, no. That might shock you.
Yep.
Fetishes in general, though.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Unusual, aren't they?
Very unusual. And you know what? We're just going to put it out there, 13, 24, 10. Do you have an unusual fetish? Do you know someone who has a fetish?
Yeah.
Maybe their fetish has been sprung upon you. Please share with us this morning.
Are we doing this?
I
13,
think
24,
we're
10.
doing it.
Do you like to weigh on people?
Yeah, 100%. Do you know what? Can we go through some of the more unusual and most popular fetishes out there?
Go on.
This one is strange to me, but it's a thing. It's called acrotomophilia, and that's the attraction to amputees.
Oh.
Often involving preference to certain types of amputations.
Okay.
Because, you know, when there's limbs missing, how sexy. Oh, my God, how ratty. Yiffing, that involves the furry community. Some engage in sexual acts while dressed as animals, with a significant portion identifying as LGBT.
What did you call it? Yiffing.
Yiffing.
Okay.
Here's one, which you were talking about before, your passion piece. Urolagnia, I think it's called, and that's arousal from urine-related activities.
Oh, no.
So there you go.
That
The
is-
waterworks.
Look, I'm not judging people, certainly not.
R. Kelly.
Whatever you're into, yes.
Yeah.
But that's just not something I understand.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have to, okay? You shouldn't have to. Geez, you're denying it pretty heavily, though. Oh.
What would you have done if back in the day if someone had asked you to do that?
No, I get stage fright first and foremost. Like weeing next to someone at the footy. And you're like, oh, now I can't because you're watching me. This one's a bit random. Coprophilia, that's a sexual arousal from feces.
Oh,
That's a thing. That's the thing. And do you know what the number one fetish is?
What is
ranked in terms of popularity?
What is it?
Necrophilia.
No.
It is. Attraction to and sexual activity with the dead considered a mental disorder, and rightly so.
Whoa. Okay. 13, 24, 10. Any of those take your fancy?
Oh, my
Have you got your
gosh.
own original fetish that you'd like to share with us? I don't think we're going to get any calls this morning
I
in
don't
this
think we're
space.
getting calls. Hey, prove us wrong. I don't think we're getting calls either.
No, okay. But chuck it out there, mate. Sometimes you just got to go fishing and see what you can get on your line.
Do we have any nibbles? It doesn't have to be you as well. It could be sprung upon you. Fetishes.
Go to line 1, please, because Alex from Croydon, good morning.
Morning, Joe. How you going?
Good. Tell everyone where you work, please.
So I work at an adult shop here in Adelaide, and I think for the sake of my clientele, I may keep that to myself as to what adult shop, so people still feel a bit comfortable, and I'm not sharing some of their fetishes. But I will say you guys were accurate, spot on before with the amputee porn. That is very popular as well. We have a series called Stumps That Hump.
Are you serious? Alex, can we ask you how much, like, are we talking DVDs? We're talking magazines? Where are we going?
DVDs and mags are as popular as they've ever been.
Really?
And it's wild in this day and age. You think that people can download that stuff off the internet with ease, but people still feel comfortable enough to come in and buy their stuff on disc.
So I don't understand that. You would rather go up to a random human who you've never met and stand in front of them and go, stumps that hump, please. You know?
They just, and there's that level of comfortability, and it's a lot of the older generation too. I find that people that are around my age, I'm in my late 20s, and they are the most nervous people when they come in. And I don't know why, because this generation's supposed to be very open with their sexuality.
Yeah.
Whereas the older generation, they're more comfortable in coming in, and this is one of our more popular categories, and that's transgender porn.
Wow. That's a thing too, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if it's, for lack of a better term, old businessmen that like to venture off to the Far East.
Yeah.
Right.
This has been very enlightening.
Oh, wow. Goodness me. Thank you so much, Alex.
Yeah, Alex from Croydon. We should catch up with Willow Ben and discuss this further.
I wonder if they'd have Nova pumping through the speakers at the sex shop.
Hey, Alex, before you go, can you make sure that you've got a hook to Nova 919 at your particular store, please?
Absolutely, we'll be pumping it.
There we go.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
That's what it's all about.
That was enlightening, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. Halle Berry, is she good?
I don't know if she's okay. We just mentioned before she turned up to the Met Gala wearing absolutely no underwear.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. Forgot the undies.
58 years old. You'd think you remember your knickers, wouldn't you?
I know. What's going on, Halle?
And now she has shocked the internet with a racy pre-sex video. So basically, she's lying there with her partner. His name is Van Hunt. To be very careful with that one.
I can only assume they call him Van the Man too, by the way.
She appears to be naked in bed, and she's lying there, and she's flogging off her very own personal lubricant called Let's Spin.
You definitely need to be careful when you use the sentence flogging it off just before Halle Berry's about to do you know what. But anyway, let's have a listen to what happens pre-session.
So, showed y'all how my day started, how my Mother's Day started. And now, I'm going to tell you about, I'm not going to show you, I'm going to tell you about how my Mother's Day is going to end. Ain't that right, man?
Yes. I wish you hurry up, too.
First of all, we got our Let's Spin, because Let's Spin just came out in this cute little travel size. And so since we're in Cannes, France, I traveled with it for the first time, and we're about to give it a spin.
You about to can with Van.
I don't know how to feel about this.
I don't know.
So Halle Berry, along with Shania Twain, was responsible for, I would say, some really, really deep fantasies that helped me discover that I was a young boy with a lot of hormones flowing through my body. But I look at that and I listen to that and I go, Halle, come on, keep a lid on it.
It's like, can you imagine her kids watching that?
Oh,
Just being
my
like,
God.
Oh, my God, Mum and Dad. Mum, ease up on the lubricant chat, can you?
So this is the big question as well, like particularly we've got young kids around. Are you over the top affectionate?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a better space where you've got your kids being like, oh, Mum, Dad, put it away.
Oh, I know.
Than the other way.
Do your kids give you that one? If you ever give Cara a kiss or whatever, my kids are like, ew, yeah.
It's funny because my son's like, oh, what's going on? But my daughter's like, keep doing it. Kiss, kiss. It's actually really nice. I drove past the Adelaide Entertainment Centre last night around about 5 o'clock and boy, oh boy, it was crazy.
Was it?
Tickets for Gracie Abrams are so incredibly in demand.
Yes.
And it wasn't like that just a few months ago, it seems.
So correct me if I'm wrong here, Producer Molly, but she toured with on the Eras tour, didn't she?
Yeah.
With Taylor Swift, right?
Yeah, she sure did.
Yeah. So that's catapulted her, hasn't it, into this new level of superstardom.
Yes, I like to call myself an OG fan because I was listening to her in 2020.
Yeah.
No one cared. And then all of a sudden she's blown up, which is amazing for her. Same goes with Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
How offended would you be when people are like, oh, you just jumped on board after she shacked up with Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Very offensive.
Yeah.
No, I was an OG.
Well, I tell you what, though, we had literally hundreds of tickets to Gracie Abrams last year and you couldn't give them away.
You're giving them away. On air. Who wants them? They're like, no, they can.
And now I tried to score some so I could take my kids and absolute hen's teeth they were.
You should see the inbox, Nova's inbox, for people asking for Gracie Abrams tickets. And we can't create more seats at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre.
We definitely cannot. People you knew before they blew up and became absolutely famous. You have got the best Josh Giddey story. I love this so much.
So we thought he might do something, but when he first teamed up with the Adelaide 36 as part of the Next Gen, sort of the Next Stars Academy, I think it is. So they think he's probably going to go to the NBA. Not sure if he's going to get drafted. They certainly didn't think he was going to go number 6. And the 36ers asked us, could you do a chat with this kid? And we're like, yeah, all right, we'll find some time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we did it near Channel 7 and he was late.
Yeah.
And I just remember, sort of half blowing up at the media manager at the time, being like, where is he? Where is this kid? It's not good enough. Like, we've got stuff to do. We've got to get to the Redbacks.
Yeah.
We've got to get to Port. We've got to get to the Crows. Some snotty teenager who's late.
Yeah.
And I remember leaving the interview, and he was a great interview.
Yeah.
A really good kid, but was just late. And I remember leaving the interview and sort of saying to the 360 manager, you owe us. You owe us. We've done you a favour. Fast forward, Josh Giddey's on the verge of signing a $275 million contract.
Unbelievable. And probably plays for one of the most famous franchises in the globe.
It's the Bulls. It's all good.
Yeah. 13, 24, 10. Let's do this morning. Who did you meet before they became famous? Should we go to Melissa from Elizabeth Grove? Good morning, Mel.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Who'd you meet?
I'm at Savage Garden.
Oh, yes.
Your cousin Darren Hayes.
Oh, did you meet my cousin Darren?
Sorry?
Did you meet my cousin Darren Hayes?
Yeah.
No. He's beautiful, isn't he? Just a beautiful soul.
I went to a pub in Rockingham in Perth.
Yeah.
And these two guys, they said, they just started out.
Yeah.
And I went to a gig. Yeah, it was really cool. And then before I knew it, they were famous.
Oh, so did you actually have a conversation with them, Mel?
Yeah, I had a drink with them.
Oh, that's good. And then, Mel, how long before they actually hit the big time? And did you see them sort of pop up in the charts and like, oh, gosh, these guys are really cool? I know those.
Yeah, I did. And I was telling everyone, oh, my God, I met them. I met them before they were famous.
Oh.
I tell my daughter all the time.
Oh, that's very cool. Well done, Mel. Thank you so much.
That's perfect.
More of that, please.
Yeah.
13, 24, 10 this morning.
All right. 13, 24, 10. Who did you meet before they blew up, before they were famous? A lot of people from Adelaide as well.
Yeah.
Did anyone know Sia before she absolutely cracked it? Because she cracked it at a mature age.
Yes.
Yeah, late 30s.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there are people in Adelaide who have met Sia before, yes.
Well,
no
she
question
doesn't.
about
I don't
that.
think she ventures back to little old Adelaide too much anymore.
No. All right, let's do this morning. Oh, Josh Giddey, you cute little
Josh
thing.
Giddey, I tell you what, 36 is you owe us for having a chat with this kid. What's his name again? Josh Giddey, that's right. 13, 24, 10, who did you know before they were famous, before they really blew up?
Check this out.
This is Adelaide's favourite way to wake up. Jody and Hazy on Nova 919.
13, 24, 10, who did you know before they were famous? Gracie Abrams rocked it last night at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. It wasn't that long ago, Joe. She wasn't very famous at all. She just blew up.
I know. It just went from 0 to 100 just like that.
Yeah.
So 13, 24, 10, give us a call. We've got a $200 Japanese hair spa voucher from the gym. Can I just say that is the most magnificent
You've been there,
experience.
haven't you?
Oh, God, I loved it so much.
You won't stop rabbiting on about it.
No, okay. 13, 24, 10, who did you know before they blew up?
All right, let's go to Glenelg. That's where we find Matt. Matt, who was it?
The Kid Leroy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, Matt, what a
Kid
flex.
Leroy.
Okay.
So you're a Sacred Heart boy, yes?
Yeah, Sacred Heart. He came in years 7 and 8.
Yeah, right. And what was he like?
He wasn't much of a footy boy, so he doesn't fit in a Sacred Heart.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a footy
But,
factory.
I heard stories of him in the boarding house. He was rapping in his room. As you can imagine, as a bunch of 14-year-old boys, that didn't go down too well.
Yeah, yes.
It's just a weirdo
now
sitting
who's
there
cool?
rapping in his room.
Now who's cool?
Yeah.
Hey, who do you think you are, Eminem? Like, come on, man. And then next minute, he's one of the biggest pop superstars on the planet.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank goodness you went down that path as well, Matt, because when you said, I used to do things in the boarding house, I was like, oh, God, just sort of hovering over the dump button. But
Don't
we're all
tar
good. We're good.
everyone
We're
by
good.
your
We're good. We're
boarding
fine.
house brush. Thank
We're
you
fine.
very much.
So do you could you call him now? Like if you bumped into him at the street, would you guys talk to each other?
Definitely not. He would not remember me. But one of my friends, she used to date him.
Oh.
And she keeps putting on her Instagram story every anniversary, like, happy anniversary, until love brings us back together.
He's claiming it.
Oh, wait, so who does
And
he
now
go
he's
out with?
dating. Now he's dating Tate McRae.
That's
Yeah.
right.
He's going, okay. It's fine.
Yeah. Just the high school girlfriend going back off bitch to Tate McRae.
Oh, thank you so much, Matt. Give us a call, 13 24 10. 13 24 10. Who did you know before they blew up, before they became famous? It was like a few months ago, it feels like, that Gracie Abrams wasn't doing much, and all of a sudden you cannot print enough tickets to her gigs.
Oh, well, we definitely tried to get some tickets and just couldn't.
Sold out?
Yeah.
Physically impossible.
Yeah, she's gone from 0 to 100, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Let's go to Shane from Mount Barker. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Who?
I'm Gail.
Oh,
Oh,
Gail.
hey.
Shane is my husband.
Oh, there
okay.
we go.
Okay.
That makes
It's all
sense
making
now.
sense now.
You go.
Yeah. Yeah, but who did you know before you were famous? Before they were
So
famous?
before they were famous, he toured with NXS
Oh.
up and down the East Coast and Perth and Adelaide and all around Australia before they did their big kick tour.
That is awesome.
There you go. And Michael Hutchins, what was he like?
Well, that's a bone of contention. He really liked him. He was a good guy, but when they came to Adelaide, he didn't take me to introduce me to him. I was peeved about that.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo, Shane. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Introduce
But,
me to that guy over there. What's his name? Michael. Yeah, he looks all right.
Yeah. Why not?
It was like he oozed sex appeal, that man.
Gosh. So
Didn't he?
even blokes could sit there and be like, there's something about it. When he dances and when he moves like that, even
Yeah.
blokes like, that's cool. I try and do that. Looks jerky and awkward. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. I've seen you dance.
Yeah.
Let's go to Michelle from Lewiston. Good morning, Michelle. Who did you know before they were famous?
Not myself, but my mum used to work with Sia.
Yeah.
Sia asked for someone that knows Sia.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, take us through. What was the working relationship?
They worked at the Elizabeth Centrelink back in the day when that was a thing.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
she loved it. She reckoned she used to sing at work, and she'd always tell her, you're going to be famous one day. And she just loved her. Yeah, she always talked about her voice.
Sia worked at the Centrelink at Elizabeth.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
What about Michelle? You try and do some work and then all of a sudden... Oh, shut up, Sia. We're going to take some calls. So, what? And she was, I'm assuming she was lovely too? We can wildly assume that?
Yeah. My mum raves about her still all the time. She went to Vegas a few years ago and went and seen her over there.
Yeah,
Because I couldn't go without visiting her again. I needed to hear her voice.
Aw,
That's perfect.
But yeah, she loved her. She thought she was a beautiful person, and she goes, I always knew she was going to make it.
I tell you why Sia's career took off, because she recorded the On Hold music at Centrelink, and that will get you a lot of exposure.
Oh, yes, 100%.
That's hours and hours and hours.
That's the ticket to the big time.
It certainly would.
Oh, Michelle, congratulations. We want to give you a little $200 Japanese hair spa voucher from the gym. It's all yours.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much.
You will love that. It's absolutely epic, Michelle.
Japanese hair spa, the ultimate hair treatment and scalp massage at the gym. Myland, it's a beauty gym, not a workout one. So there you go. Some famous alumni as well from Adelaide.
That's crazy.
Surely people are friends with Guy Sebastian back in the day as well.
I wonder if you ever ventured into the Centrelink at Elizabeth back in the day, if she had that big wig over her face.
Yeah.
That lady behind the counter is a bit weird.
Oh, look at her. She's singing again. Sorry, can I speak to the manager, please?
Yeah.
Can't make sense of this. I've got a bit of sad information for you, actually.
Okay.
And it involves millennials.
Yes.
So a recent study shows that 70% of millennials prefer having pets over children, influenced by rising living costs, limited housing, and future uncertainties. Considering that everyone else who's sort of grown up, obviously it's not for everyone, but for those who have dreams of having kids and a family, I don't think the thought process was ever, well, we can't do that because we can't afford it.
Yeah.
But right now, cost of living is so outrageous
Yes.
that is a consideration.
Yeah.
And that's tough.
Yeah. I mean, never in our lifetime has it ever really been this expensive, has it? And so for people to now not be in a position where they can have kids because it's too costly it's bloody sad.
Yeah. The shift towards prioritising pets could have lasting impacts on society, including changes in housing design and lifestyle plans. How many times you try and get a rental and you can't get a pet in there?
Yeah.
Sorry, no dogs allowed, no cats.
Yeah. And I think something else to take into consideration too is most women work full time. And if you've climbed that corporate ladder and then you opt out for a year or so to go and have a baby and go on maternity leave, that can be expensive. Not all maternity leave's paid either. So that's an issue. Childcare is ridiculous.
That's insane, isn't
Yes.
it? Even I understand that.
The moment when your kid finishes childcare and starts primary school, especially if they're in the public system, is like you're so financially unburdened after that, because childcare is just disgusting.
Do you remember when it went from having help, say from grandparents, etc., was like a bit of a, okay, oh, that's great, to almost now it's a need.
Yeah.
It is a need to live and survive and raise a family in 2025.
If you notice at school pickup now, it's all grandparents.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, or all the kids are trotting off to Osh.
Yeah.
See ya.
So future grandparents, just beware. It's not now a privilege to have grandchildren. it's a job.
Yeah, it's a full-time occupation, isn't it? And then these little people need somewhere to live, don't they? And housing at the moment, just you hear horror stories. You're in the housing market, aren't you, Molly? But you just hear these horror stories about tiny little S-holes costing, upwards of nearly $1 million.
We went to a inspection recently, and the bathroom was mold ridden. There was electrical wires coming off walls, cracks in ceilings, over $1 million.
No, that's a real fixer-upper. It's fine. Renovator's dream.
It's crazy. It is so crazy. You guys have raised some good points. Like, it's hard for people to commit to having a child, especially the fact that women are having kids in their 30s now. You have to give up your career, and if you're the primary, breadwinner, what do you do?
Yeah. It's a sad situation, isn't it?
I guess the only positive is for all the dogs and cats listening right now, like, more opportunities for us. More opportunities for us.
Our plans for world
Here we go.
global domination are coming to fruition.
Sure, I'll move in with you. No problem.
I need to know. I need to know now.
I need to know.
I need to know.
I need to know.
What's in the news today?
I need to know this.
Here's what you need to know.
What you need to know with Jody and Hazy.
You're sitting there going, what the bloody hell's a Labubu? You've come to the right place.
I'm thinking that. What is a Labubu? So let's cross to the Labubu legend, the Labubu legionnaire, the Labubu loser. We're still working on the title, Jody Oddie.
Okay. I've done a lot of research. I've gone down the rabbit hole this morning on these Labubus. So this isn't even a kid thing so much as a millennial Gen Zer viral obsession, and it's going nuts. So people are lining up for hours and hours and hours to get their hands on these little Labubus. The thing is, it's a mystery box, so you don't know what you're going to get. So it could be worth $30, could be worth $600 for some of the really rare ones.
Right.
And it's, as I say, it's like professional women with their Louis Vuitton handbags getting around with a couple of these Labubus. And to describe them, God, they're little plush monstrosities. They're bewildering little trinkets, actually, and they've got about 13 or 14 heavily apart serrated teeth, and then big red eyes. Some of them as well. They're very strange little trinkets.
They're like little gremlins.
Yeah. But anyway, everyone's going nuts for them. There was
Okay.
one woman who lived in Sydney, travelled to Malaysia, 6,600 kilometres away, to get just two little Labubus.
Jeez, why is it always those sort of countries hear stories of people becoming so obsessed that they devote their entire lives to collecting things? Pokemon, I feel like, was in the same category back in the day.
Pokemon was, yeah. But I just find it quite, bewildering to me that, for example, my kids don't have any Labubus, but there's a girl in our office who's got a couple on her handbag.
Really?
It's strange.
There you go. I wonder if they're worth some money.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
You can ask her. She works just down that office, just down there.
Watch your back, Mom.
But it's a $21 billion industry right now. So what was your little obsession back in the day when you were a kid?
Well, I had basketball cards.
Oh.
Do you know what hurts my soul?
What?
No, I had basketball cards. I had about probably 1,500 to 2,000 basketball cards. I had about 3 or 4 Jordan cards.
Yes.
It popped up randomly the other day, one of the Jordan cards that I definitely had from, it was either Fleer Ultra or one of the ones, and it was him playing baseball. It was a random basketball card, but him playing baseball.
Yeah.
And it was fetching around about $1,200.
Oh, no way.
And where are my cards right now?
Don't know.
I'm not sure because I gave them away to an op shop.
Did you?
Yes.
Wow. What would you estimate that would have potentially been worth
That
now?
was one card, one single Jordan card that was worth $1,200. I had a bunch of Shaq cards as well from when he was playing at the Magic, like rookie cards, signed, all those types of things.
Why are you so
in mint
bad?
condition.
Why are you so bad at life?
I don't know.
God, you're frustrating.
I know.
You could have been on Easy Street. by now.
100%.
You could have been on a yacht in the Bahamas with your cards.
Because I'm not a hoarder. I'm the opposite of a hoarder.
Right.
So if there's any sort of junk sort of piling up, I'll chuck it out.
Yeah.
Completely chuck it out. My wife isn't a hoarder, but she's thrifty in a spot that she will put it on Facebook Marketplace.
Yes.
Like, not tight, just goes, no, why don't we just put it on Facebook Marketplace? It takes a little bit of extra effort.
My husband's got a whole heap of ice hockey cards.
Oh, yeah.
That he reckons they're going to act as our superannuation one day.
Yeah, right.
Not worth that much.
Oh, what about that one card that he's got that's worth 64 cents right now? Pretty good stuff. Quirky attractions, 13 24 10. Do you have one? Best call this morning is going to call themselves a Wallace Cinema Family Pass.
And we are talking about this, of course, because a new study commissioned by Illicit Encounters found women are more attracted to bald men,
Who saw that coming?
ranking baldness as the second most desired male feature. Do you know if you're bald, apparently you're more mature, you're intelligent, you're honest, you're educated, and you have a sense of social dominance.
Is that true? Social dominance.
Social dominance.
For the bald guys. I don't think anyone saw that coming.
The most attractive physical trait was a muscular physique, with baldness ranking just after that.
Okay, very nice.
Well, you've got the muscular physique, haven't you?
And I'm well on track to becoming bald as well, ladies. How does that sound?
Yo, the double threat. Look at you go.
Watch out.
You're on fire.
So obviously you picture guys like The Rock and Jason Statham.
Yeah.
I pictured Roger Rashid and Sam Pepper.
Sam Pepper. That's a nice. Do you know what is nice? Is like a nice, like shiny bald head too.
Yeah.
Do they put oil on it?
I think you oil your head when you get to that stage, don't you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. But when it's like real smooth and shiny, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, for all my Simpsons friends out there, there's a particular moment where Homer puts his head in the Shino Borlo and it comes out all shiny and stuff when he's working at the bowling alley. Anyway, I digress, Chuck.
Simpsons reference for every occasion. You do, don't you?
Did you put your head in the Shino Borlo? Anyway, as you were.
God. 13 24 10. Give us a call. Those quirky little features that some people go, oh, that's not attractive, but you're like, wow, give me some of that, please.
Can I give you one from my wife? And if she's listening, and I don't think she is because she's probably out of the car now dropping off the kids, she's got a little bit of a crooked nose. She got a little bit of a crooked nose, and it was from her, I think, sucking her thumb when she was young. So it's a little bit misshaped.
That's adorable.
I love it.
Oh, that's very cute. It's funny you should mention the nose thing because my husband's broken his nose on numerous occasions and it's just sort of a little bit off centre. But I love that too because I'm like, that makes you tough.
Did you get that fixed up?
Yeah.
I'll knock it back out of place.
Exactly right. Not to say that he was a regular fighter when he played us.
No, just put his head in the wrong spot.
Sometimes push would come to shove. Gloves get dropped and sticks go flying and all sorts of things.
Yeah. 13 24 10, give us a call. Your quirky attractions. Like maybe it's sort of misplaced teeth. Who knows? Different sort of hairstyle. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's the things that make people different, I reckon.
Okay.
That set them apart.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure does.
Quirky attractions. Best call this morning as well. Wallace Cinema Family Pass up for grabs. We'd love to hear from you. 13 24 10.
Let's go to Sazi from Campbelltown. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are we?
Good. What do you find sexy?
Okay. So I have a couple of things. One is a really weird one. So first, my husband's nose, it just looks like someone has punched him right on the tip of the nose. So it's a little bit stretched and pointed downwards. So I tease him all the time. Yeah. And the other thing is both his middle fingers. Oh, my God. So the left hand middle finger is the nail is a bit chipped off and the other one he got stitches, so it's a little bulky. So I tease him all the time socially that both his middle fingers are disoriented, and that's what I've got. But I love that about him, and that's a quirky attraction for me.
Bent fingers. You're getting turned on by bent fingers there, Sazi.
I mean, you shouldn't be using those middle fingers too much as well in social situations, you would have thought.
So true, mate. So true. Let's go to Danny from Seaford Rise. Good morning.
Good morning. How are we?
Good. What are we finding sexy here, Danny?
So this is really weird because mine is also fingers. I just love when a man has like sausage fingers, like solid, hard-working sausage fingers.
Of course. Well, how predictable you're going to say that. Sausage fingers, what do you mean? So is your partner, is he farmer?
That's so funny because I told the other guy like farmer hands. But no, he's not. He's a carpenter though, which is like his hands are like rough and they're like just big, solid hands. That's so sexy to me.
Strong forearms for tradies.
Yeah, it's like any man who's good with their hands, goodness me. How arousing.
What about the bloke who's listening to this, looking at his big, dirty sausage fingers being like, finally, finally I'm getting appreciated.
The acknowledgement I deserve. Thanks, Danny. Beck from Ingle Farm. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, tell us what's turning you on there, Beck.
My partner can actually wiggle his ears.
Oh, of course
like
he
Al Valpa from Little Rascals.
Yeah.
But I also just thought of another thing. My partner says I'm sexy because I was actually born with 6 fingers.
Oh!
On each hand.
Wow.
So, and born with it?
My sister ripped them off when I was younger. And my mum has actually still kept them in like a little container. But yeah, I was actually born with 6 fingers.
Wow. Goodness, what's been going on in your house?
Weird and quirky.
It's very weird.
Yeah, he thinks it's weird and quirky.
Oh, there
that
you
is
go.
nice. Hey, Rebecca, your family and all your fingers, would you guys like to head along to Wallace Cinemas to catch a flick?
Oh, my God, yes. I'm dying to see the Stitch movie.
There you go.
Excellent.
Yeah, too.
All right.
All right, good stuff. Thank you so much for everyone who called through. I'm just trying to imagine Rebecca's sixth finger.
No, I'm now shutting my eyes and thinking of Beck's partner and just her going, wiggle your ears, babe.
Yeah. He's like, oh, my gosh, you're doing it for me. And also, big shout out to all the guys who've got those big old fat sausage fingers. Guess what, guys? You are sexy. Oh, Jodes, why am I like this?
I don't know.
Why am I like this?
How often do you ask yourself, what makes me tick? Why am I so confusingly awkward?
So those moments where you look at yourself and maybe you catch yourself in the mirror and you're like, why? Well, what's going on, mate? What are you doing? Had one of those moments the other day. So Nova 919 is forming this beautiful partnership with Health Partners.
Okay.
Just down the road here from the Nova 919 offices.
Yes.
And we met up, myself and one of the sales gurus, a bloke called Dan. We met up with the Health Partner guys, led by Wade, who's an absolute prince.
Okay.
And we just chatted over some ideas and all sorts of things. And most of us met each other for the first time.
Oh, you'd never met these people before in your life?
I'd met Wade before.
Okay.
We'd done some stuff, but everybody else we met for the first time.
Okay.
And you know me.
Oh, I do.
Can out-awkward the most awkward people in every awkward situation.
Absolutely you can. You are actually an elite athlete in this space.
Oh, my gosh. No one's better. No one is better.
No.
So we get to the end of this meeting and it was really productive and really, really lovely. And then we came to the point where we have to say our goodbyes. And you know me. What do?
You didn't.
Can't read the situation.
No, you didn't.
So there was two lovely young ladies there. And I shook Wade's hand, of course, comfortable in that space. And then I was like, what do I do here? And then all of a sudden, bang, and your boy goes in for a kiss. Oh, God. I'm just thinking about it now. It makes me so cringe.
It's a professional business meeting.
I didn't know what to do.
What do you do?
Do I shake hands or just say, do I wave? Like, once again, do I wave? Do I curtsy? What do I do? So I went in for the kiss.
Yeah.
And because I kissed the first girl, and she was a little bit like, oh, okay, we're doing this.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I've got to kiss the other girl as well.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Nice to meet you 20 minutes ago. Mwah. So I can feel your awkwardness just imagining the situation
What is
as well.
wrong with you?
I don't know. So I don't know why these things happen. And I just, and then we got, and then myself and Dan from Nova got in the lift. And as we're going downstairs, he goes, oh, I think that went pretty well. I was like, yeah. It did go well until I kissed him goodbye. And Dan was like, why'd you do that? Why did you do that? I was thinking that. I don't know, Dan. I don't know what to do in these situations.
I need to know. I need to know now.
I need to know.
I need to know. I need to know. What's in the news today? I need to know this.
Here's what you need to know.
What you need to know with Jody and Hazy.
I'm determined, and I've gone down the rabbit hole of the Beckham sort of alleged family feud. Are you across what's going on here?
Not really. Please inform me.
Okay, so David Beckham just had his 50th birthday not so long ago.
Looking good.
Brooklyn didn't go, his son and his wife, Nicola Peltz, right? And now there is a conspiracy theory because she dated one of the other brothers. One of the other Beckham brothers back in the day.
Boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, basically, everyone's up in arms going, well, you've effectively chosen Brooklyn and Nicola over us.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
okay.
And then also apparently there's tension between Nicola and Posh Spice, what's her name? Victoria. Because Victoria's quite, her humour is acidic. So, and apparently this Nicola girl has no sense of humour whatsoever.
What's acidic humour, by the way?
Oh, it's like a bit, it's borderline sort of a little bit nasty.
A little bit crass.
Yeah. No, not so much crass.
Well, not
but
crass, we're sort of taking the piss.
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. If I was to say to you something like, God, how big's your forehead getting kind of thing because your hair's receding, that's acidic
Sorry?
humour.
What's wrong with my forehead?
Oh, my God.
Am I receding?
Are you?
Huh?
You don't have any mirrors at your house?
Oh, something in my eye. I've got to go.
Anyway, you wanted an example. That's just the first thing that came into my brain. So, anyway, now, overnight, Brooklyn has jumped on the internet and he's talking about his love of cars with his dad. So it feels like they're trying to, hey, nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Everything's okay. I
Just
love
the
my dad.
lads working it out through their bond of cars. That's nice, isn't it?
Did that make sense? Because it's very complicated.
Well, here's what happens with the Beckhams. If there's a slight sort of confrontation within the family, it's going to get out, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's big news.
Yeah.
It's fun for us to just sit there and go, oh, look, it's not all paradise. It's not all beer and Skittles. Look at the Beckhams.
No, well, because I just think if the Beckhams can't make it, who can?
So true.
As a family unit, if they can't get through this lifetime together, then what the hell hope do the rest of us have, you know?
Of course, there's been no scandals whatsoever involving David Beckham. You know what I mean?
No, but isn't that weird, though? He did have allegedly that affair. But they do seem like a solid family unit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've clearly survived the scandal and moved on.
Well, the documentary painted he and Victoria in a fantastic light.
Yeah.
In saying that, it was a documentary which was designed and orchestrated by Dave Beckham. So, as you would probably expect.
She's, from all accounts, very, very funny.
Yeah.
From all our mutual friends, that's what they tell me.
Oh, really? That's good. Not too acidic for you? Your type of humour.
Oh, my God. Someone's really cut up rough over that. I'm sorry. It was the first thing that came into my head.
Oh, my gosh. Is my forehead that big?
It's not. It's not. You've got a big, beautiful forehead. You're fine.
We're back tomorrow morning from 6 o'clock with more chances, hopefully, to give away $1,000 with Jody and Hayes' 1K double play. Who's to say it won't go off? Who's to say it won't go off twice tomorrow? You don't know.
Absolutely.
You just don't know. And quite literally, we don't know.
No.
So we're learning with you guys as well.
We're learning as we go.
What a journey. Hang out. Keep it locked to Nova 919. Our very good friend Mel Tracina is going to take over and play some absolutely epic songs. Goodbye, friends.
Bye, friend. We still friends? We
Happy
good?
Wednesday.
We good?
Straight to advanced hair for me.
Adelaide, Jody and Hazy are done. Missed any of the show? Catch up on the Nova player and follow them. Jody and Hazy on the socials. Nova 919.